my name is James, and I am a Joy-Con boy. And that's how you can view porn on your Nintendo Switch. This is unreal. Another remaster that revealed is... Holy! Steve is in Smash! He was rooting for the Joy-Con boys, but I can't wait.
Yeah. Leveling, hella bins, turn it up. Mexican, turn it up. Jackson, but my goals with swing like Tarzan. I'm the king of the pop.
What's going on, boys? Joy-Con James here, fucking hell. And I hope you are all doing well. I am doing very well, and you should be too, because we have hit 1,000 subscribers, which is just ridiculous. In 5 months, from nowhere to now, from nothing, we've had no boost, we've had no, no one shouted us out, no one's given us any support, which I'm happy, because that means we have grown on our own, and you have put your faith in me and my original message, and we are now here. So congratulate yourselves, because we wouldn't be here without you. This is our achievement, okay? The channel was called Joy-Con Boys, not Joy-Con James. You did this just as much as I did, so take a drink, take a shot if you're of legal drinking age, and just celebrate, because we have fucking done it. We've hit 1,000 subs, so thank you all very, very much. Obviously, I've been celebrating. You see, I've got the hat, I've got the fucking party poppers and everything. But yeah, 1,000 subs, mental. I know in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to YouTube, 1,000 subs ain't really that much. But for us to be able to reach that in only 5 months after, like, so much has happened, like, especially, this is probably the most eventful 1,000 subs that has ever taken place. I'm definitely not the fastest growing channel by any means, but I think the amount of stuff that has happened in the last 5 months has been ridiculous. Like, the amount of stuff for a channel of this small size to have done in with just 1,000 subs in just 5 months, with the purple jacket, the hoodie contest, so much. It's actually unbelievable, and it just would not have happened without the rest of you, without you choosing to watch the videos, without you putting your faith in what I originally intended to set out to do. And we're still a long way away, 1 million is a long, long way away, but this is a good first step, and I am very happy we've even managed to make it here. There was a part of me that didn't think we'd even get here, and here we are now. So thank you all very much. 1,000 subs. Here's to, I don't know, here's to 1,000 more, I suppose, and 1,000 more and more until we hit 1 million. But until then, let's celebrate the moment we're in now. There's no rush to hit 1 million. I want to take my time and enjoy this journey and grow alongside you guys and get to know you better. So I thought, what better way to do that than to do a Q&A? So I put it out on my Instagram story, let you guys ask me some questions. I haven't gone through them yet, so this will be my first time seeing them. So, you better give me some actual fucking proper questions, you dickheads, because I know what some of you are like. But, you know what? Let's just find out. Let's get right into things. Okay, so the first question is, what is your story with Etika? How did you meet him, for example? Now, unfortunately, as some of you may already know, I never ever actually got a chance to meet Etika, and it will always be the biggest regret of my life until the day I die. But I feel like everything I'm doing now is sort of as a way to kind of give back or make up for it. I know nothing will ever make up for never being able to speak to Etika, never having him acknowledge me. I never donated. I was a bit young at the time. I didn't have the money, but I just wish I could have at least donated just once, or have him just acknowledge me once or something. Everything I do from now on is great, okay? Bringing back the purple jacket, fantastic. That's great. Money to charity, wonderful. Going and getting the Joy-Con Boys hoodie made by Top Gun in production now, great, amazing. Etika would be proud, I'm sure he would, but he's never going to know. Well, I'm sure he does know wherever he is now, but I'm never going to be able to hear that from him physically, or know that for a fact that he is, endorsed it or is happy with it, and it just really fucking sucks. I'm going to make sure and do everything in my power to keep doing things in his name, and just to make up for my failure to, give back to him as my favourite content creator. I wish I could have done something for him, given him a donation, just done something for him, anything. Just even have him acknowledge me, or just talk to him, or even meet him. I was going to meet him last year when I went to New York, but obviously that just didn't happen, so I guess, unfortunately, the answer to your question is no, I didn't meet Etika. The only experience I have of him is through watching him on a stream, which really, really sucks, and it really fucking sucks that it's never ever gonna change. Like, it's a fact that won't ever change, but hopefully I can continue to do more and more Joy-Con Boys related stuff to make up for it, and just to still do something in his name, even after he's gone. So I know that won't make up for never meeting him, but I guess that's why I'm so determined to keep hitting these goals. So at least it's like my way of saying sorry for not being able to give back to him and still do something for him even after his passing. That one got a bit deep, not gonna lie, that got quite deep. Let's move on to a more cheery one. Did you get Etika Joy-Cons? I assume you're talking about the Etikons there, the really, really sexy black and white Joy-Cons that were made for Etika's, I think after his passing, they were made for charity. They look really, really good. I have yet to get my hands on a pair. They sold out everywhere. They were made by Captain Alex. They're gorgeous. They're like absolutely beautiful, which is probably why they're sold out, because everyone wanted them. I'm waiting for them to come back in stock. There's only a shell version, which is like you have to take apart your own Joy-Con and put it on, which I'd rather not get. I don't know how to take apart Joy-Cons, and I don't want to fuck them up because I ain't trying to pay $70 for a new pair. Or there's the full Joy-Cons, which are actual Joy-Cons painted on, which are a bit more expensive, but I'd be willing to pay that money out to get the full Joy-Cons and be done with it. So, to answer your question, no, I don't have them. Yes, I do fucking want them, so I will be getting them as soon as they come back. So, Captain Alex, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but if you are, please bring them back very soon. Thank you. Okay, this next question is just... come. Really? Okay, anyway, moving swiftly on. PS5 gang or Xbox Series X gang. Now, I don't really have a solid opinion on both of these because I am more of a Nintendo guy. However, I don't own an Xbox, but I do have a PlayStation 4, so I guess I'd lean more towards the PS5. And for me personally, the games and the hardware of the PS5 is much more appealing to me. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm a big Marvel fan, something you might not know about me, so that already is a big draw. And secondly, the PS5 to me just visually looks way more futuristic and like a console I want to own, rather than, you know, the style of the Xbox. No hate to both of them, they're both great next-gen consoles, but for me personally, I'd probably lean more towards the PS5 due to the exclusive games and the overall futuristic look of the console. This is simply just, how are you? Wow, that's very kind of you, thank you. I am very, very, very happy, and you should be too, because we hit 1,000 subs, so I know I keep saying this, but I just want to reinforce this is not my win, okay? This is not my channel, this is not my victory, this is your channel, this is our channel, and this is our victory, so I'm great, you should be doing great as well, and yeah, congrats on reaching 1,000 subs, guys, because we did this together. Okay, here's a bit of a deep one. Does the hate get to you? Like people saying you're using Etika. Now this is a big one. I feel like this is something I probably need to discuss in more detail at some point in the future. But yeah, this will always be the main criticism I think I get, that you're using Etika, or, you know, you're just using Etika for clout, you don't care about him, you know. It's just not true, and you know it's not true. People who've watched me just know this isn't true. I don't know, man. I don't have words to describe my response to it because it just isn't true. Anyone that has spoken to me knows the amount of love and respect I have for this man. There is no way in any world, reality, timeline, universe I'm ever going to be using Etika. The only way I would be using him, if you want to even perceive it as that, is using him to unite the rest of us Joy-Con boys for a positive impact going forwards in the future. That's as close as it comes to using him, but I do understand that that will be the, you know, the main criticism I always get for the duration of however long I, you know, continue this channel. Hopefully for as long as we, as long as you guys want to stick with me, but yeah, the hate, you know what, the hate doesn't really get to me as much anymore because, as I said, the only thing people really say is, you're using Etika, and I know that isn't true, so it isn't gonna hurt me, you know what I mean? But I did get a lot of hate very early on at the start. That did kind of get to me a little bit. A lot of people didn't really understand what the channel was at the beginning, so there was a lot of hate on Twitter and Instagram. But nowadays, people who have actually stuck with it and listened to me and gave me a chance to express and prove that I'm actually making a difference have now seen that obviously that's not the case. So the hate is much lesser now. It's probably like, I don't know, I maybe get one or two hate comments every couple of weeks, but for the most part, it's like 98% positive, 2% negative. So we're good. But yeah, thank you for asking. The hate doesn't really get to me anymore. It's not a big deal. Maybe if this channel gets bigger and we attract more Joy-Con boys, if more hate comes, then maybe it will. But to be honest, if it's about something I know isn't true, like using Etika, which is the main thing people accuse me of, then it's never going to hurt me because I know that is in fact incorrect. So, ooh, this is an interesting one. Okay, why wait until now to do this whole Joy-Con boys project? Now, this is a really good question. So I had a few people actually ask me, if you was really serious about this, then why didn't you do it after Etika's death? Because obviously a lot of people did other things. There was the Etika mural a few months after his death, and the Joy-Cons, the Etikons. People were doing stuff after his death. So a lot of people were asking me, why didn't you do this after his death straight away? Why, if you really cared, why have you just left it until now? And there's a few reasons I'd like to go over. One, namely, I was still in school, I was a bit young, And my mindset now, not to say I'm like some god, but my mindset now, my mentality is so much more different than what it was last June when Etika passed away. Like, it's crazy how much you can change in a year. It's actually ridiculous. You can always just learn more and grow more and just become a different person. I feel like if I was looking at myself in June 2019 and then looking at myself now, completely different person. Like, completely different person. The mentality, the goals, the ambitions. And I think that's why I really enjoyed doing this project now, because last year, June, was a fucking dreadful month. There was a lot of stuff going on in my personal life in June last year. Like, it was just some horrible fucking toxic cake. And then Etika's passing was just the cherry on the top of the really shit cake, to be honest. So that was another reason why I just didn't feel like I wanted to do anything. I was just very unmotivated. I didn't have a lot of stuff going on in my life. Etika's passing really, really fucking hit me hard, man. And I didn't want to do it. It didn't even cross my mind because it was just grieving. And for a start, even if it had crossed my mind, I don't think I would have done it anyway, because it's such a sensitive topic to just hop on the moment he passed away and make a channel. I felt like it would have been too soon. So I'm glad I gave it a little bit of time. I mean, even now, a year later, some people still saying I'm using him and I should let him rest. So it is to some people, it still is too soon, I suppose. So doing it, you know, weeks after his death would certainly have been far too soon to me. And secondly is that I never really expected myself to be doing this. Like, when I thought of this whole idea of, like, carrying on Etika's legacy and, you know, propelling the Joy-Con Boys community together, because really, he passed away and they've just sort of been, like, sitting here. They haven't really done much. Like, there's obviously you guys are active and stuff, but for the most part, it feels as though the Joy-Con Boys disbanded after the split between the positive ones and the ones that spam the clown emojis. I feel like they just split, and I thought someone was going to come and just pick them all up and carry on his legacy. I thought it would be maybe Alice or Alex CND, and not to say they don't, you know, have close connections with the Joy-Con Boys, but for me personally, they're doing their own thing now. I mean, Alex went, you know, off the grid for a year, which is understandable. One of his closest friends passed away, and Alice has continued doing her own thing. She's a big role model to me, but she's, you know, she's doing her own thing. She's not specifically, you know, relating to that Joy-Con Boys community. So I really was just expecting someone else to do it. And when it comes to things like I am passionate about, if I don't see someone else doing it, I feel like I have to do it all the time. Like, if there's a problem in my house, I feel like I've got to be the one to solve it. And I just sat there, and a year had gone by, and I was really just expecting someone to come and pick up that legacy, but no one did. I don't expect Alex or Alice to suddenly change their whole personality to fit that mantra. They're their own people, but for me personally, I had just felt like this community I'd loved and fallen in love with was gone, and that was it. And I felt like that kind of defeated the point. Like, sure, there were these fundraisers to keep his memory alive, but the actual community just wasn't there. So I just wanted to do this and to bring it forwards and actually be that person to lead it. I didn't want to be that person. And again, I'm not saying I'm the leader of the Joy-Con Boys. We're all the same person. If I was the leader, I'd call this channel would be called Joy-Con James, and like the leader of the Joy-Con Boys. There is no leader. Etika himself considered himself just one of us. We're all equal. I just happen to be the person that's, you know, decided I need to take action and do this. So as for your question, again, that was a bit of a tangent. I apologize. I just wanted to go into further detail. But the reason why I left it so long was a mixture of reasons. I didn't expect myself to be the one leading, you know, this idea, not leading the Joy-Con Boys, but leading this movement. And I just didn't think I was in the right mental state. But I feel like now is the perfect time. And doing this and seeing the success that has come out of it, and seeing us as a community coming back together for all these events, this 1,000 subs, the purple jacket, it all just made it so worth it. And I can just see little bits of the community coming back. We've still got a long way to go, don't get me wrong, but at the minute, the amount we've done so far is just amazing. So I'm really happy I've managed to make somewhat of a small difference at this small level that we're at the minute, and I hope to make a bigger difference the further we go on. But yeah. Great question, really good question. Sorry I spent way too long probably answering that, but good question. How did it feel to bring back Etika's purple jacket? Now, this is a great one. Etika's purple jacket, for me personally, one of my favorite, like, moments I've ever had in my life, I'll be honest. Like, moments that have made me excited and just energy swirling around in my head. Getting that jacket was one of them, man, because it wasn't just getting the jacket and that's it. Or, you know, like, you know, I've made other videos of Etika's wardrobe where I've just got the jackets that Top Gun have sent me, or I've found the pants that Etika wore. With the purple jacket, it was very different, because I spent days and days looking for it to even begin with, then trying to find it, then working out a way to get it from America to me, then making the video on it, and it was just like the whole process was great. I really loved that whole idea. I feel like the video could have been a little bit better. I feel like if I'd edited it now, it would be way better, but it is still a very important landmark in this channel's, you know, journey. It's a very iconic moment. The jacket itself is iconic. The fact that so many people are now able to own that jacket and the proceeds went to charity, and because of that video, now Top Gun are working with me closer to, you know, make more Joy-Con Boys related projects, is fantastic. So I think when it comes to that video, it's one of my favorites in terms of the effects and the impact it had. Probably not my favorite video on the channel. I don't know what that is actually. I'd have to give that a think. But when it comes to impact, that's definitely one of my favorite videos by far on this channel, thanks to the effect it had on everyone who bought the jacket, on Top Gun, this community, and everything else it's done. So one of my favorite videos for that. What a wonderful question we've got up next. Why are you British? Now, look, guys, stop bullying me for being British, alright? I know I've got a funny accent, haha, Britain tea. Yep, I get the point, alright? But we're a minority here, okay? I know all of you are pretty much American. I've seen my analytics. Etika's fan base, the Joy-Con Boys, is like 97% American, and the rest is like Canadian and a couple of Brits chucked in. Alright, we UK boys are very, very rare. We're a rare breed. Please stop bullying us, okay? We're endangered. Just give me a break, guys. I've done so much for you guys. Give me a break. Stop bullying me for being British, okay? I can't help where I come from. God damn. Alright, and the final question is, would you ever consider running your own community contest like Etika Art, memes, etc.? And yes, I do plan on doing more Joy-Con Boys related projects in general. So stuff that doesn't just involve me talking to you guys, covering news topics, because as much as I enjoy doing that, and it really, you know, brings back that vibe of energy of, you know, videos that Etika used to do, I do want to do more Joy-Con Boys related projects because, as I said, the channel is Joy-Con Boys, not Joy-Con James. It's not just about me. So I'm going to be working on that, but I just want to make sure that when I do it right. I want it to look good, professional. I don't want it to look like I've just chucked a bunch of you in a Discord call and then called it a day for a video. I want it to look good. So I feel like we need to get a few more subscribers, because I feel like if I do an art contest now, maybe 5 or 10 people will submit something, which isn't bad, but I want a proper good art contest and I want quality submissions. Not saying you guys don't deliver quality, but just the more people we have on board, the more quality submissions there will be. So that's sort of my reasoning behind that. And that is all of the questions. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of them. Great questions. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about me and, you know, you discovered something about yourself. But just want to reiterate, thank you for 1,000 subs. A massive achievement. Congratulate yourselves, congratulate me, congratulate other members of the Joy-Con Boys community, because we've done this together as a community. We're a family, okay? I consider you guys as family. Every single one of you watching this video as a Joy-Con Boy is family to me. So congratulations to us on 1,000 subs, and here's to 1 million. Thank you all for watching, boys. I'll catch you boys later, and make sure to have yourselves a damn good one.